Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. We're looking at these Star Wars figures. We're looking at from the Book of Boba Fett, Cad Bane. I've got a couple of Cad Banes already from the Clone Wars, etc. And for Return of the Jedi, we're looking at Nien Nunb, who's already disappointing because he's got T-bar hip articulation, which is like, no, why would you do that in this day and age? Anyway, today is Sunday the 9th of July 2023. These figs look pretty cool. I mean, I love this guy's face. The sculpting, the paintwork, the inking looks really good in box. The guns look pretty cool. He looks pretty cool to those hips. Why would they do that, man? Hasbro, come on, you're being lazy. On the back shows others in that wave. The skiff guard, woof. Whoever that guy is, can't pronounce that one. Marth Jed. Jarrod, Cad Bane, Nunb we've got, and Boba Fett Tusken. And it'll be same on the back of Cad Banes. Right, I'm going to get these guys open and set them up. If you like sort of content, consider joining the Patreon. It's free for 7 days, and then you can cancel anytime up until and including the 7th day, and it will cost you absolutely nothing, so it is worth checking out just to see all the content that's there and not yet published on YouTube. Link in the top right of your screen now. Okay, I'll be back in an instant with these guys set up. Stay tuned. Okay, here they are. Cad Bane is obviously set up. Can't really see his face in that pose, but you see they can articulate quite well and pose quite well. And then Nien Nunb can't really hold his rifle properly. The rifle was even bent in that position in his hand, which is a shame. Let's get a close look. We go him first. I think he probably looks better than Cad Bane, but that's more because of that face and the inking, the shading just looks so good. You can pop it off, so you can use it on other figures if you want to make a different alien, but that is such a big peg, you're going to have to fill that out for most other toy brands in 1/18 scale. Looks pretty good. The gun is a bit bendy, as you can see, but it's sci-fi, it's typical Star Wars, no draw barrel. Then he's got a little pistol which goes in the holster on the side, which is a nice feature to have. He's just a great looking figure, just those damn hips and maybe legs. Now I could I could change that, you know, using a Fortnite hip piece, Fortnite hips inserted inside, or fit like hips here, then just change the thigh to his thighs lower down. That would work, something I might consider. So I do like my figures in different sizes, you know, big chunky ones, smaller sized ones, so you get a variety of sizes in your universes. For me, it's just a bit more of an accurate representation of the real world, even though it's just sci-fi or fantasy. Okay, Cad Bane, nice looking, and yes, his hat does come off, which is cool. Can't really hold that gun well or that one well. Points it up a little bit, so it depends on his articulation. Oh, he's got gun articulation, that's okay. I can bend his hand down if I want. Does look good. Double holsters, bendy jacket which you can take off. This part that connects to the pipes to his head is on a little peg, so if you take this off, it'll just plug into his back still, so it's pretty cool. But if you do turn his head too fast, as you'll see, it might pop out. So what you're probably going to do is keep your finger on it and then turn his head to articulate, then it will stay in place. He does look really nice, but I think the other guy looks better. However, there's more potential for him because you can take the coat off. It's double holsters you want, you could probably take off. There's just loads of potential with Cad Bane. Face is not bad. I've seen better ones. Doesn't quite capture his menace. Maybe the teeth need to be a bit more exposed, maybe, but still looks good. And he's my sort of top 5 characters, you know. Favorite bad guy is going to be Grievous, and then, well, is Bane a bad guy? He's a bad guy. Grievous, and then probably Bane after. And then my favourite all-time character is Ahsoka from the Clone Wars days. Very, very cool. So, good-looking figures, both of them. Now the part I'm dreading with Nien or Nunb is the articulation. So let's have a look. So, focus is nice. Head, left, right. He gets a pretty good side to side and up and down, small bits there. Shoulders all the way around, shoulders to the side, really quite good. So it looks like it just be his hips to let him down maybe. Biceps over 90 degrees, well done Hasbro. Over 90 on his right, on his left, sorry, and about 90 on his right. He can twist on the waist, there's nothing else there. Hands, they rotate, but there's no other articulation in his wrists. Hips, nothing outwards, unfortunately. Forwards is alright, backwards is stellar, fantastic. Single kneecap, about 90 degrees, a bit less is okay. And then he can twist from the knee, but there's nothing that I can see on the actual ankle. Oh, there is ankle articulation, I can just see in there, but you're not going to get much out of it unless you really, oh, blimey, force it. So he gets a tippy toe like that. Not really a dorsiflexation because the sculpting on the trousers, the pants gets in the way. But not really. Does he get side to side swivel? Not really. He just needs proper hip articulation to be a pretty awesome little figure. But I have plans for this body size, so it's all good. In fact, that might make a good fantasy dwarf with a bit of work, you know. Do I buy another one to make a fantasy dwarf? I have to think about that. Anyway, I'm digressing. Cad Bane. His gun's popped out there. Let's take his hat off. Head's going to be pretty good, but the little pack on his back will pop out. So left and right is good. Up and down is alright, not great. Side to side is okay as well. Shoulders all the way around. To the side, he gets above flat, which is good. Biceps, not too hopeful, but he's getting almost 90 on the right, slightly less on the left. There is no torso. Waist he can turn, and there's not really much else on that. Sideways hips, yeah, pretty damn good. Forwards, fantastic. Backwards is not bad. It's pretty flexible. There's a thigh cut, so you can twist from the thigh. Single kneecap, and he gets 90 degrees, which is good. No boot turn. He does get a pretty good tippy toe. And his dorsiflexation is pretty damn good too. So decent articulated figure. Now the question is, what sort of size is he? Because he's going to work in loads of people's universes, regardless whether they're sci-fi or rather regardless if they're Star Wars fans or not. So let's get an idea of their size. So Nunb, or Nunb, of his name is about 8.5. And my awesome Cad Bane, I know he's going to be short, is 10 and a bit. So let's see how small or big they are compared to some other figures. First, I'll take my Acid Rain Lulu Sentinel, stick him in the middle. Not too bad actually, he's just a little bit shorter in terms of height, obviously not as broad. And Nunb is obviously considerably shorter. Let me just zoom out slightly. Okay. Let's take a Boss Fight Studios, use my Sigurd the Wanderer because he's always on my desk. One of my many Sigurd the Wanderers, we've got 4 or 5 of them now. And Cad Bane, you can see, is a little bit shorter, but it does scale reasonably well. Let's take my custom Fortnite aim, who I've yet to finish. It's got a Vendetta head, and I've put I've made a little holster for his gun on the side, and swap him around. You see, he's looking a bit small compared to my Fortnite aim, but still in the same acceptable sort of scale range. Very cool. I've got a place for him in my Annex 2179 universe because he just fits in so well. Very, very cool indeed. 2 really great looking figures. Just a shame about the hips on this guy here. Other than that, I'd say these 2 are pretty much winners. So I think I will add a hip articulation and maybe ankle articulation to this guy, or better ankle articulation, I should say, to this guy in the future. Okay, this is Awesome Match Toys signing out, saying please like, share, subscribe. Consider joining the Patreon, link in the top, not the top, in the bottom of your video description below. Worth checking it out to see all the videos early, and you can cancel before the 7 days. On the 7th day, and it costs you nothing. And check out my other videos in YouTube. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you soon next video. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye bye.